Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of Come On Amanda. Yes, the newly expanded house, once Norm's bachelor pad, is now home to 5 people. Little Tom is pretty restless, but he's also very tired, so Amanda's got to put him to bed, but not before giving him a little potty training, which is not successful because she was not fast enough getting down there to relieve him, so she's got to put him in the bathtub instead. Yes, it's a big day for Tom when the day rolls around, because he is going to become a child. That's right. The very last of the currently existing Lincoln kids to become childs. He's the last one. Everyone else is already a child, or, in James's case, a teenager. So, that's a very good thing. Now, nobody in the Lincoln family, extended family, will have to worry about diapers or cribs or anything like that for a very long time. Alright, so Tom goes off to sleep for the last time in his crib. Anyway, last night Norm was a little bit naughty with his neighborhood friend. George is sleeping in his little room, not that far away from becoming a teenager. I mean, he's halfway there, a little bit more maybe. And Gary. Yes, Gary now has his own little place here, and he goes to the local high school there. Well, anyway, Amanda's getting up. She's not fully rested, but she has to go back to work today, and she wants to make a good impression over at the police office. So, she's going to make some food. Yeah, she's extremely hungry. She clearly hasn't eaten in a while, so she's going to make some pancakes. Oh man, what a messy place it is. You're going to have to do some cleaning there, Amanda, or have someone else do it. But pancakes are a very important food, and it's a good thing. Everyone wants them. Yes, the smell of pancakes even arouses Norm to wakefulness, and he will soon be joining everyone for breakfast, and everyone will be making their way down there, including little Tom, who of course is just going to have a bottle at this point. It's not yet time for him to have regular food. So, I'm going to put him in the chair, and everyone's going to eat. Yes, Trista, the name of that blonde girl, she has the gall to be wandering around in her underwear, even with Amanda there, although Amanda doesn't strictly care. As has been said before, Norm and Amanda really have a understanding of their lifestyles because they see things in the same way, so to speak. Well, the boys are cleaning things up, and they're having their own breakfast, which is very important. You want a good breakfast before school. The only thing is, they're having pancakes instead of cereal, so I guess they don't gotta have their bowl, and they don't gotta have cereal, even though it is Friday. But anyway, it's about time. This is getting on that time for Amanda to go to work. First time back in a while. Although right now it's time for George to eat with his brothers. So all the brothers are eating together, and Trista decided to come in here and watch TV and hang out with him for whatever reason. Yep, but now Amanda's car pulls up, as well as a school bus. So, it's time to go to school or work for everybody, except of course Norm, who works in the evening, and Tom, who is obviously too young for school. Oh, come on, Amanda, you're going to be late. Yes. Oh, she was tending to her needs, being in the shower and everything. And now she's going to head off to work. Saying goodbye to Trista. It's kind of surprising she's so friendly, but oh well. Amanda doesn't seem to be the jealous type anyway. Well, everybody's off to school, and Norm is like, well, Trista, now that it's only you and I in the house, how would you like to, have one more? So that's indeed what they do, as you can see. Ah, Norm, you're a lucky guy that Amanda is very open-minded about such things. Otherwise, she'd be very mad right now. But, yep, that's quite okay. Apparently. Yeah, it's not too easy for Norm to change his lifestyle. I mean, all this time up until now, he was the only guy in the house, and now he has all these people living with him, his whole family. But he's not about to change his lifestyle. Not even for Amanda. And the repairman fixes the piano, as he can do quite well. Yes, an out-of-tune piano is really painful to the ears. But Norm says, shoo, get out of here. It's time for other things. Yes, well, now that she's out of there, Norm is going to put Tom to bed. Even though Tom is not his son, he is dedicated to being a good stepfather. As good as he can be, anyway. And, so I'm going to put him to sleep, but first going to let him get some more potty training. It's a pretty important thing. Unfortunately, as high as he is, it looks doubtful that Tom will reach the top of the ladder before he grows up. But, oh well, that's how some things go. So, Norm puts Tom in the crib, and he comes up here to get on the phone. Yes, there's people that he wants to talk to. And yes, he swaggers on out there and says hello to the elderly Lindsay Everett. Yes, she might be old, but Norm does not discriminate. Yes, who knows, he might be trying to work himself into her will for all we know. But, yes, older ladies have lots of experience. At least that's Norm's way of seeing things. Yes, wonder if Edith knows about her mom's affair here. Well, they're hanging out in the bed, and Gary comes home from school, doing very well. So he runs in to show his dad. He's like, hey, Dad, look at me, look at me. And Norm's like, yeah, son, that's great. Now get out of here, I'm busy. So anyway, Trista joins them for whatever reason while Gary tries to get his fun up by watching the TV. Yes, who knows what's going on in there. Well, then Lindsay comes out and talks to Gary about baseball. That's pretty random. Yes, I'm sure Gary's very confused right now. And then Norm comes out. And Trista, who never left, apparently. Alright. Yes, I'm sure Norm doesn't want, or Gary doesn't want to see this, but oh well. In any case, both ladies are leaving because Norm wants them gone before Amanda gets back. Yes, and Gary asks Norm, Dad, how are you so smooth with all these girls? How do you get with all these ladies? And Norma's like, well, son, you have a lot to learn. Here, I think I see a girl walking down the street now. I'm going to say hi. In your underpants, Dad? Yes, in my underpants. And I'm going to chat with her. And then you come out and talk to her. Yes. So this random teenage girl from down the street, Norm strikes up a conversation. Yes, just chatting, asking how things are going, telling a few jokes. And then he says, hey, wait here a minute. Or come inside, rather. But before any of that happens, Amanda returns from work. And George is doing well at school, fortunately. And he brings a friend home with him. The friend is, of course, Arnold, he's the little son of Hermia who has just moved back into town. But anyway, Gary seems to be taking over talking to this girl. And, yes, getting to know her a little bit better. It's probably a good thing for Gary to do, seeing that he is a romance sim, at any rate. But yes, George needs to socialize and have some fun, so he and Arnold play cops and robbers. Looks like Gary is the robber. But yes, the two of them seem to be hitting it off pretty well, even as Amanda takes a little nap in the background. Yeah, she went to work extremely tired, so it's a good idea for her to take a nap. Because after 6, everyone will age a little bit, and it will be time for Tom to have his birthday party. Yes. But once again, it's time to eat. Tom, come on, stop playing in that toilet. It's not very becoming of a member of such a family. But Amanda goes in there to have some fun with him. I'm not sure why they're playing in the bathroom, of all places, but they are. Yes. So, Norm is eating his burger. Those look like Wendy's hamburgers, of all things, from what little detail I can get. But, yep, the boys come in and have their food with the girl joining them. Yes. Gary's a lot more cool than James was about having his younger sibling around when he was talking to a girl, it seems. But now, it's time to invite the guests over for the party. And as you can see, they're all coming. You have pretty much the entire extended Lincoln family. Yep, Sue and Edith are there with Amaya. Lucy has arrived with Allie and James. And another important person has arrived, somebody who has been in Amanda's life previously. But there's no time to waste, especially when Amanda's as tired as she is. So, she picks up Tom and heads to the cake, even as everyone else seems to be busy watching TV. But yes, here she comes. And slowly everyone will make their way down there. Ah yes, a very important day in the life of a young sim. Yep, they've all been there. Many of them on film, including Sue. She was once a toddler, as many of you remember. Alright, but now it's party time. Alright, Tom. Are you ready? Looks like he is. Okay. And here he is. And Tom turns into a child through Amanda, apparently. Now that's some freaky crap right there. But yes, that's over. And Tom is a very normal kid once again. Yes. And now it's time for the party to move on back into the living room and for everyone to hang out and have some fun. Once they've had their cake, that is. Because it's not going to take long for that cake to disappear. Ah, yes. There's Tom walking around in his pajamas now. Yes, now that he's old enough, he's going to be going to school starting on Monday. And he has to get to know the rest of his family. Yes, we're probably going to get him a new haircut too. But he looks like quite a normal little kid there. Which is good and fine. Never really expected him to look any different. But yes, it's great to have his entire family around him celebrating this this milestone. So very soon he's going to be getting to know them. We'll see Tom at other houses. But it's time for Norm to be a DJ. So get out of bed, you lazy guy. Come on down here. So Norm comes down to the car. And they head off to Norm's work. Yes, indeed. So, while that goes on, the rest of the family just chills out and has some fun, having a party. Yes. Although Alex doesn't really talk much, and he kind of wanders off. Sue goes to see what's wrong, and Alex says, "Sue, I think Tom is my son." But before they can talk about it too much, Amanda shows up, and she overhears him, and he's like, "What? He's your son?" And he's like, "Yeah. Remember that time I came over to see you in the mansion? It all lines up, and he looks a little bit like me." So Amanda tries to, smooth him over with a little bit of, well, Amanda's typical routine. But I don't know. It doesn't seem to be quite working today. So Amanda invites Alex into the bedroom. Norm's bedroom, no less. But even though she does that, Alex doesn't care. He leaves with everyone else, saying, I'm fed up. Yes, he's definitely feeling the anger of not knowing that he had his son for all this time. Well, we jump forward a few hours, and Amanda, not used to being turned down by anyone, goes back to Norm, greeting him in her underwear at night. Yes, giving him a lot of attention. Because, well, if Alex wasn't going to take it, then at least Norm will be happy to have this attention. But yes, Norm has got promoted. A very wonderful thing. Now he's being promoted in his career. Yes, and Amanda's feeling very playful indeed, seeing that she didn't get any all day, which is a bit odd for someone like Amanda. But do not worry. She and Norm are going to be going into the bedroom in due time. Yes. And that's the way that every episode should end. Everyone knows this. Yep, well, Norm's gotten it on with quite a few people today, but he is a very virile male, apparently. And, yes, Amanda's been waiting all day. So, she's definitely in the mood now. And they're going to have a lot more time now that Tom is no longer a toddler and doesn't have to be looked over every second. But, yes, it's much better now. So, yep, and you know what happens. Yes. And then they sleep on through what remains of the night. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you again very soon. Goodbye, folks.